No one likes a pain in the butt. No, I mean a literal pain in the butt. Do you ever find yourself kind of going on Facebook, mom groups, and seeing who are the recommended specialists to eliminate these pains? Or what doctor I need to go see? Or what chiropractor I need to see? The first question you should be saying is, what pelvic floor therapist should I see for that pain in the butt? Because it is part of the pelvic floor. And sometimes some of you come into me complaining that no one's really hearing you or listening to you and nothing's alleviating this discomfort. What are some warning signs that you're having a pain in the butt that's going to manifest into something bigger? A pelvic floor specialist specializes in understanding the biomechanics that led to this tailbone dysfunction. How can you start your journey? You can either see a therapist, a pelvic floor specialist, or try one of these top 5 movements that I often prescribe to clients to start their healing journey for their pain in the butt. First exercise is learning how to breathe. Isn't that funny? People ask me, how do I breathe? All the time. Take your hands onto your ribs and take a breath in. Allow those ribs to expand into your hands. That deep breath in actually lengthens or stretches the pelvic floor. And for someone who fell on their butt, this length is really needed right now. So take a breath in to stretch and then breathe out with an audible out, because now you have strengthened that pelvic floor in its newfound length. How easy is that? Taking a breath can stretch and strengthen. And guess what? You can do it in sitting, standing, playing on the floor, and maybe even challenge yourself into hands and knees and taking a mindful breath of, what do I need here? Does my tailbone hurt here? Take a breath in longer. Is it okay? Maybe breathe out louder to strengthen it. Try these breathing exercises in all the positions that you find yourself in during the day. Exercise 2. Laying on a yoga block. Take a yoga block, and if you don't have one, just roll up a really dense towel or blanket and put it underneath your tailbone. Yes, your tailbone, not your low back. Providing this stability while you're laying down and your knees are bent and you're just relaxing, laying on your back. What this does is it creates symmetry for the pelvic floor and for your tailbone. So although it might be a little uncomfortable laying on it, you might be finding yourself saying, this hurts so good. Don't lay here too long. Take 3 to 5 breaths while laying on this yoga block, then remove it and find that you have alleviated or released some of that tension in that area. Exercise 3. Get onto your hands and knees and find where your spine feels most neutral. In this position, what I want you to do is try to bring your hips towards your shoulders. So it's a hip hike on both directions. You're going to lift to right, then the left, and keep going back and forth like a seesaw. Repeat these about 10 times on each side, or as many as you can get. Exercise 4. Cat-cow. This is one of my favorite positions for physical therapy. For physical therapy to be effective for the pelvic floor, what we are going to do is take a breath in as you get into the cat position. Now bring your chin towards your chest and really think about tucking that tailbone under without squeezing your butt. Take a look at your belly button as you breathe in. As you breathe out, come to a neutral spine and then into a gentle cow position. Breathing out as we let our bellies fall allows the pelvic floor to stabilize. And we are getting the ultimate stretch in the opposite direction. When you have finally mastered your physical therapy cat-cow, progress on to the yoga cat-cow to continue your journey on strengthening the pelvic floor and eliminating that tailbone pain. And finally, exercise 5, the child's pose. You're going to start on your hands and knees. Bring your knees wider than your hips, and you're going to bring your butt towards your heels. As you lay here, take note of where your head is. Are you looking between your legs? Are you looking at the floor? What I'd like you to do is to have your forehead fully onto the floor and getting an upper back stretch as you breathe in and out and try to drive that butt towards your heels. Repeat this for about 5 to 7 breaths, working on the inhalation and exhalation with a slow breath count of 3 in, a count of 3 on the way out. These exercises may seem easy and not that complicated, but trust me, when you slow down and become mindful of how you move, these exercises are super effective to alleviating that tailbone pain. And the next question might be, how many reps and sets should I do? And I gave you some here, but really it's up to you. Many people don't like that answer. So here are my ways to know when you've done enough. If you're thinking about something else, you've done enough. If you're starting to feel something a little too much, you've done enough. Or if you're not feeling anything, move on, you've done enough. Thank you for joining me on your tailbone journey. I'm Christina Klauser, and welcome to the Pelvic PT Place.